Definitely. I mean, the more time you put in, the more you put in, the more you're going to get out from anything in life. So that's kind of the philosophy that we've been carrying around, and I've been trying to grab my linebackers, and we've been putting in a lot of time just trying to really figure things out and get a better understanding of what we have to do. I mean, because at the end of the day, you can look at a win or you can look at a loss and say, hey, this went wrong. But until you look at yourself and say, hey, what can I do better to ensure that this doesn't go wrong again, then you're going to have the same result every week. So we had to switch up a lot of things within this building, within this defense, and it's coming out, and it's coming out, and we're reaping the fruits of it
You
right now.
excited about how it looks and the pieces that you guys have going
Most,
forward now?
most definitely, most definitely. I mean, everything is on the up and up right now, and we just got to keep it going. We can't relax. We can't, rest on our laurels. We got to just keep going, keep pushing, keep putting the time in. We're exhausted, tired, but hey, shoot, got another game coming up this week, man. So we got to make sure we put that time in, put that energy in, put the effort in, and on Sunday it's gonna come out. It's gonna show again.
Jarrad, you had one of your better games of the season. Personally, that last week, what do you attribute that to?
Just the time, man. Just putting in the film study, making sure I'm focused in practice, making sure I'm focused in the meeting rooms, making sure that I'm on the same page with my teammates, making sure that there's a lot less thinking going on out there on the field. Just making sure that we all know what's really going on and where we need to be at for this thing to flow the way it needs to flow.
All through training camp, you were working with Devon a lot on the pass rushing stuff,
Yeah.
and it looked like you really kind of focused on that aside, set time every practice. Did that time in August, in July, help with what we're seeing now with you in the 5 sacks?
I mean, it definitely carries over a lot, and getting more comfortable with the scheme, what we're trying to do defensively, it carries over a lot because the little individual work that me and DK were doing compared to, put together with the scheme is really what's helped me out so far. Just being able to use those little tools that I picked up with him and Coach Pascaloni, and then bringing it into whatever position or whatever role I'm playing in the pass rush that week.
Do you feel like Al Golden talked yesterday about you and Chris Jones not going to push the ball, or he's not getting the extra yards and punches? How much did you focus on that against Arizona last week? And continue to do it too.
I mean, that's a big thing. I mean, you get teams that want to run the ball in like a big wad, a big pile, a big mess, and they just want to push the pile. And having a guy, playing a team like that, that's just something that they ultimately build on because they're just wearing you down. They're pushing on you, they're leaning on you all game, and that's something that we wanted to let Arizona know that we weren't going to allow. And we came out Sunday and we wanted to use that as one of our key points to make sure that hey, it's going to be a physical game, and we're not going to be the ones that are getting out physical.
What about this week with Josh Allen? I mean, obviously he's a guy where contain is the most important.
I mean, this guy, he's very special. Just sitting back and watching him on tape. There's things that he does well. There's things that he doesn't do well. Just like any other player. But this guy, he runs the ball. He's got a very strong arm. So I mean, if he got a guy open downfield, he can get it to him. I don't care where he is. Just watching him throw the ball the way he does on tape is crazy. It's mind blowing. But at the same time, like you said, if we can keep him in the pocket, keep him bottled up in the pocket, he's still young. There's a lot of things that he sees and there's a lot of things that he doesn't see well. So hopefully we can do a couple different things in coverage and try to disguise some looks and get him to throw us a couple balls.
Jarrad, when it gets to this point in the season, people wonder like, what is there to play for? 5-8 record. A lot of around the league, a lot of people wonder what is your response to that? What are you guys playing for?
I mean, hey, we signed up for a 16-game season, so we're 5-8. It's 13 games. We got 3 more games. We gotta go out and we gotta play those last 3 games. No matter what comes from it or what, it doesn't matter. We gotta go out, and when we're going out there, we're competing. I'm not going out there. I'm not practicing. I'm not putting all this time in each and every day to go out and just lose on Sunday. That's not what I'm doing. That's not what I'm here for. So I'm going out, playing Buffalo Bills this week, and I want to go get a win. So I'm going to do everything I can, and I'm going to give my teammates all the information that I gather, and hopefully they give me something back so we can go out and win.
Do you even peek at the playoff scenarios as long shots as they may be? Do you guys look at those?
Nah, you can't buy into it because now you're worrying about what all these other teams have to do because we're in a 5-8 position. There's a lot of stuff that has to go down. I mean, just from watching football growing up as a kid, that there's a lot of stuff that has to go down for you to get into the playoffs, and you're 5-8 at this point. So we just got to go out and just handle the Detroit Lions. We got to go out and play as the Lions.
Hey, Jarrad, when you watch yourself on video, does it look like you're playing faster than ever? I mean, it looks that way. Did you notice, does that seem that way too? Just bingo, right two things?
I mean, there's a lot of things that I definitely recognizing now, at this point in this season, and in my career, you know, and I'm picking up things a lot faster just from watching the tape. You know, you see so many things so many times over and over again. It's like, okay, there's no point in me waiting on this anymore. Like, the play's here, let me go make it, you know? So now, you know, there's a lot of plays and a lot of situations that come up in the game where I'm definitely moving a lot faster than a lot of players.
What's it like to get on a guy before he can react and know that you got him? You know?
I mean, it's awesome because now it's like, hey, I'm in your head now because when you come out this backfield or when you come across the middle, I'm right here. I'm gonna be here before the ball gets here. So just be ready, like, you know, and that's how I play the game, man. I want to be physical. I want to be a force out there. Just want to be able to be that little thing in the back of the guy's head. You know, it's like, hey, man, 40's over here somewhere. You know, keep him off his mark a little bit. So it's fun, you know.
Just like last week with the David Johnson, he had eight catches for 12 yards, 1.5 yards per catch.
Yep.
Is that pretty good?
I mean, it's definitely awesome, man. Like, it's a guy who, a couple years ago, he almost had 1,000 yards receiving, 1,000 yards rushing. So to be able to hold him off of that, you know, that pace, that mark, you know, is special because that guy's a very, very talented player.